Now I have done with cutting of the lettering Mithila. So let me tell you that GSM which I used for the lettering Mithila is 200 GSM cardstock, and now I am going to paste it right on the actual base. So for that I am going to use Anupam's watercolor sheets and these are 300 GSM. ये आपको ना थोड़ा उल्टा दिख रहा होगा बट मैं मेंशन कर दूँगी, पिक्चर्स भी डाल दूँगी उसके. So these are 300 GSM base which I'm going to use. It is a A3 sheet. So either you can buy from Anupam, from the brand Anupam, or you can buy from local store as well. They have these watercolor sheets. So one thing I would like to mention that from where do you find these type of stores? So basically ना ये artist वाले store होते हैं जहाँ पे you can get all these branded sheets or you can either buy online. I recently visited one shop which is just nearby my place and now I started buying from them. So I'm going to use these 300 GSM as my base for the painting. So cut out हो गया है and my base is ready. So now what I'm going to do next, let me tell you. So the next part is ये जो print out है, right? This is A3, इसका size A3 है. So this print out is ready and I'm going to trace it again on my base. Otherwise मुझे कहाँ पे क्या प्लेस होना चाहिए उसका मुझे आइडिया नहीं आएगा. जो पेंटिंग है इट माइट थोड़ा सा टेढ़ा हो जाएगा. So I don't want that. I'm going to stick it with masking tape on this watercolor sheet like this, and then I'm going to trace it. So I'm going to take some hyperlapse movement for you, trace the whole thing on the base, and then let's start quilling on that. And on that base I'll be sticking the lettering Mithila जो मैंने कट की है, वो भी आपने recently देखा वीडियो में. So that cutting I'm going to stick it on that base. So that's really very interesting and I'm going to do it first time. I'll be sharing my experience about that as well. But उसके लिए मुझे base पे tracing होना बहुत ज़रूरी है. So I'll be doing that. Let me take some hyperlapse movement for you. Okay, the next part over here you can see is I have again used embossing tool or a mandala tool, which is a pointed one, and I am tracing it over my base. So as you know, the base is watercolor sheet and I bought it from Anupam. So I have traced the whole thing over here with the name, with the sun, and with the peacock, and with all the detailings. So why I have traced it? Because I need to know where do I place it, and I need to know because tracing is must. Now I'm removing the painting or the printout to see the embossing which I have got on my base paper. This is the first time I'm using this sheet. So I hope you can see the embossing on the base. So now here you can see I'm going to stick it, the Mithila, the name Mithila, the cutout Mithila on the base. So I'm just using normal glue and applying it. You need to be very clean and very clean and tidy. So just place it properly. Yes, so now I have placed it properly. So let's see what we'll do next. I have started honest quilling on this. So these white strips, as you can see, are self-cut strips, and this is also 200 GSM cardstock, the same cardstock which I have used for my cutout, that is the name Mithila. So I'm doing honest quilling on this. It is really a time consuming process, and you really should have patience and ample amount of time to make this painting. So here I start with the first letter. So to get the curve properly, I have used tweezer, the back end of the tweezer, or you can also use skewer or a pen, which can give you a good curvature. So for the curves, I don't bend it like that, or I don't use my quilling tool, but I use the things which are available with me. For example, a pencil or a backside of the brush or the backside of the tweezer, so it gives me a perfect curvature. So here you can see me is completed, now thi is completed, and now I'm processing la, that is mithila. So the width of the paper is 5 mm. Till now I have used 5 mm only for the lettering. So this is how it looks, Mithila. So now you can see these are watercolor cakes, watercolor colors from Camel, and this I bought from the stationery itself, and these have good shades which were matching with the painting. So I bought this, and I'm just going to try this first time, and there is mostly no risk because the paper is watercolor sheet, so the texture is going to be it is going to look beautiful. So the shades over here are orange, yellow and brown, so I'm going to just give a light wash over this like this, and you have to be very careful. Mixture of yellow, orange and brown. One thing I felt after the project is maybe because I'm using watercolors, the sheet might get wrapped, you know, it might the level of the sheet might go up and down, that is, it might wrap around. So I thought next time when I'll be using watercolor sheet and watercolors on it, I should fix it over a fixed base using masking tape. So I think this is a point of learning over here, because I have just not used anything to fix it. I thought after drying it will be straight only, but no, it didn't happen. You will see. Also take care of the watercolor touching your on edge part, because it might make your look shabby, make the look of the painting little bit shabby. So take care of that. Okay, so this is how it looks, and this is a sun portion, and inside it the name is Mithila. So everything is going to fill up with quilling. So next part, that's part 3, is very important. So make sure that you watch part 3 to know how did I fill everything. Okay, because after that there is a next part of how did I fill up and made the peacock. But this portion is also very important, because you will understand how to how did I filled it, and how small each and every portion and each and every gaps we need to fill it, so it looks, to overall it looks beautiful. So next part, that is part 3, is very important. So now let's move to the next part. Before that, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel, that is Pannu's Quilling, and don't forget to follow me on Facebook and on Instagram, that is @Pannu's Quilling.